Hello everyone, and welcome back to PAX and Recreation. And today we are continuing the Wilds of Eldraine trip, and we're not talking about the bundle. So, should you buy a bundle? Well, most of the times, my humble opinion is yes, if you like the set, because I do collect them, and we are wanting to do something regarding bundles that you will see soon, I hope. Because I really like bundles, what can I say? But I also have to say that, well, I mean, this product is kind of in the middle of nowhere. And it's not this one specifically, but bundles as a whole. Because what is this for, right? This is the best present that you can give anyone that likes Magic, or if you want to introduce someone to Magic. That's my humble opinion, because it's set boosters, which are the fun ones. So it's not drafts, it's not collectors, it's not value, and it's not playability. It's just fun, because it's like a balanced thing. But the box itself is kind of nice, and I like collecting bundles, because you have like a mini representation of each set in Magic's history. That's a lot more personal and like nice than just buying a set booster box, right? Like the set booster box is great if you just want to buy stuff, but if you just want to like have a small sample of the set and then just have a little bit fun and then just buy singles, this is great. Now, the pricing for this, that's a different story, because I believe that you shouldn't pay like 40 bucks for this, you should pay like 20 something, 30 maybe. I've seen this sometimes for 40, 50, 60, 70, and it's like, what? So never pay that for a bundle. Now, in terms of like what's in the box, you have, as usual, 20 traditional foils and 20 20 traditional foil lands and 20 regular lands, 8 boosters. I love how they are presented here. It's like, oh, there's so many. It's like, they're 8. 2 reference cards that no one cares about, and they don't help for anything really. A promo in this case is Lich Knight's Conquest, which is okay. The box, which is always nice, and the die, which is always nice. So you can buy all these things separate, and depending on the set, the dice, the die, and the boxes, you get one thing or another, and maybe they are more expensive in the second-hand market or the secondary market. But overall, unless you really want one of these pieces, it's normally just like a die and a box and all that. You get an insert that I like, but I really wish there was like cardboard or something, because see, this is cute. This is also in the pre-release, which is kind of really wizard. Like, this was in the pre-release. Like, give me a second. Like, in the pre-release, you get an insert, and the insert was the same art. Now, it's a little bit smaller, but no one cares about these papers. I know everyone throws this thing. Everyone throws this thing away, and no one thinks twice about it. I am the only person that cares about paper, apparently. Ironic, because this is a paper game. Cardboard is paper after all. But I do wish that it was like cardboard, so that you can maybe use them as postcards or something, you know, because what is this thing doing? Like, what is this doing? Like, what are we, like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, this is great. I'm supposed to like tape it to my wall or something, like a mini poster or something. If it was cardboard, it could be like a postcard of sorts. That would be great, and you can even collect them on anything. But this way is like, I don't know, it's nice, I guess. And there's always one side of the art that's full of text, so it's not very good. So if it was a postcard, the back side will have all this text and all that stuff, and then the actual good side will have like the fun thing. You could collect them, tape them to something, but being paper is just like whatever. Sorry that I care about this so much, and you're here to see the cards, but what can I say? So the art is great. I always have mixed feelings with the ones that are the same on both sides. I don't know. I think I don't have like a strong opinion either way. They're okay, I guess. The die, which is actually very nice looking. It's kind of semi-transparent with like glitter. It's a very nice die, I have to say. Like one of the best looking ones from recent bundles. So So if you really like die, this alone may be worth it. But if you want the die, you can just buy the die separately, because a lot of local game stores just buy the die separately, because a lot of people just buy this and they sell the die in the box and all that stuff. So you don't really need to buy the thing if you just like the die, but whatever. The cardboard insert that has dividers, in this case, nice looking dividers, and some counters that no one uses, and the frozen apple. So not bad, not great, not bad. And the 8 boosters, 8 set boosters with a Shiok there. And as usual, you got your box, which is it's not super hard, but it's also not super flimsy. Same with the inner box, that every time I could swear it just gets more wide, so it can only fit one way. The 2 reference cards that I don't know what is this thing for, because these are not really the rules of Magic, and I don't believe that anyone that doesn't know how to play Magic can just learn with these 2 cards. So if we are really going down the road of, oh, you don't need that booklet that came with the bundles when they were called like fat packs, because if you want to see the cards, just look them up online. Then why do I need this? I can just see the rules online. Just remove these, because these are kind of useless. I am not going to ask you, Wizards, for another promo, because I know that you're not going to give it to me, because whatever. But remove this and convert these into cardboard. Everyone wins. Like no one uses these, maybe for separators, or they cut them or something. Everyone throws these away. Turn these into a giant card or something, so that we can have like a nice looking art. I don't know, like please, if you're going to cut trees anyway, at least do it in a nice way or something, or in a way that is worth it. I know that I say this, and then most of people just like don't care about commons and uncommons. See, this is what happens. Now I can take them out. Like for a lot of people, the commons and uncommons in Magic the Gathering are really just the same as these inserts, or these. Sorry, I did a tragedy. In today's episode, a grown man struggles with a cardboard box as he complains about cardboard. So this is what you subscribe for, people. For a lot of people, commons and uncommons are exactly the same as this, and tokens also, so whatever. So the lands, right? I'm just going to open this, if this is the first bundle you ever see in your life, I guess, which may be the case. You never know. That way, opening plastic with gloves, always nice, because the static makes it a lot worth it. Okay, there you go. Lich Knight's Conquest. For 4 and 1 black is a sorcery that says sacrifice any number of artifacts, enchantments, and or tokens. Return that many creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Which is not that bad, not that great. It's in foil, and then you have the usual suspects. 4 of each in foil. Just the normal lands, which in some sets, it's not the case with this set, but in some sets, the only way of getting the normal looking lands is in the bundles, like in Phyrexia, for example. So, there you go. And the lands and all that stuff indicates that this is for new players, but the rules are not really for new players. So, what are we doing here, Wizards? I can tell you, we're doing nothing. So, and then set boosters. What are set boosters? According to Wizards, the fun boosters. The ones that don't have any real purpose besides just opening them and feel like a drug addict. You always get an art card, the art series, Ristic Study by Fuzzy Choco. And no one cares about these cards as well. It's very funny. Like I'm the only person that actually looks at them and goes like, man, these are very hard to collect. These are harder to collect than the set itself, because the probabilities for the set are better than the probabilities for this, because for each booster you only get 1 of these. So to get the 81, that's rough. So sometimes local game stores, since no one wants this, make a pack of like the entire set, and they will sell it for like $5, and that's great if you really like me appreciate the art. I just love this thing, and you know, for the sake of cardboard, I prefer this as a protector than, you know, something else. However, you have 2 versions. You have these ones and the signed ones. I never seen a local game store selling a pack of signed ones. It's so hard to come by. I know that some stores have it, but it's so hard to come by. And the signed ones, mind you, are not like really signed. It's just like the signature is like engraved there. A swamp, a Conceited Witch. Let's move this thing here. Not dead after all. Prophetic Prism. Soul Guide Lantern. There you go, nice reprint. Very commander card. High Fae Negotiator. All black and blue, this one. Tenacious Tomb Seeker. Bitter Chill. Food Coma. Bitter Chill, Bitter Chill, Bitter Chill. Lord Skeeter, Sewer King. The King of the Rats. The Rat King. Rat Noble. 2/1 black. Is a 3/3 that says whenever another rat enters the battlefield under your control, exile up to 1 target card from an opponent's graveyard. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 black rat creature token with this creature can block. This is the Rat Commander. Impact Tremors. So another thing that happens in Wilds of Eldraine is that on each booster, you get, and we can read it right here, you get an Enchanting Tales card, which is a separate card from another set that's just enchantments with a nice looking art, similar to the I forgot the name of the one that this playmat is from, but basically that's what it is. Cut in foil and a token, and unless I am betrayed by the set tokens, apparently wizards came to their senses, and in this set, whenever you have a back on a card, that means that you have a card from the list, which is great. But apparently on this set, see, this is a signed card. Apparently on this set, you have Leaping Ambush. Apparently on this set, you don't have like just publicity cards. You don't have just like ad cards. You have always tokens, which is great. Candy Trail, because Hansel and Gretel. Emodane's Recruiter. Embereth Veteran. Monstrous Rage. Boundary Lands Ranger. And Spiteful Hexmage. For 1 black is a 3/2. No, that comes with a counter side. When Spiteful Hexmage enters battlefield, create a cursed roll token attached to target creature you control. Okay, you need to curse someone with it. If you control another roll on it, then the creature is 1/1. Not a bad card, actually. Shared Animosity. Enchantment. Whenever a creature you control attacks, it gets a +1/+0 until the end of turn for each other attacking creature that shares creature type with it. Tribal Much. Sorry, Typal. Ariet's Whisper in foil. And a card from the list, Galtha. Primal Hunger from Ixalan. Nice. Galtha Primal Hunger costs X less to cast, where X is the total power of creatures you control and has trample. The Earthwalk's strongest of all. Put the cards from the list here, because they are a different list. Shiok. Wicked Manipulator. Nice. A Swamp. Spider Food. Return from the Wilds. Sabertooth Witch. Two-Headed Hunter. Witchstalker Frenzy. Ruby, Daring Tracker. Red Riding Hood. Picnic Ruiner. Damn. Court of Ardenvale, which was this card that we pulled right here. 2/2 white. When Court of Undervale enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. If you are the Monarch, return it to the battlefield. Yikes! Okay, not bad. And we got another one. Thunderous. Oh, well, actually, this is a commander card, by the way. The Court of Ardenvale. Which, by the way, just fun thing that I noticed, the set symbol for Wilds of Eldraine is a book, because it's fairy tales and all that. Now, the commander set is also a book, but in the form of a shield, so the book is actually just like in a different perspective and semi-closed. I know it's kind of obvious, but sorry, I'm a sucker for those things. Thunderous Debut. This is actually a good card as well for green commander decks, I will say. Bargain, You may sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token if you cast this spell. Look at the top 20 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards from among them. If this spell was bargained, put the revealed cards on the battlefield. Otherwise, put them to your hand and then shuffle. So if you bargain, it's just cascade, cascade. Utopia Sprawl. For 1 green is an aura that says enchant a forest, choose a color, and that forest can give an additional 1 mana of the chosen color. Actually very good. Sleight of hand in foil, and a monster sorcerer token. This card is good. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Mountain. Nice looking full art mountain. Diminisher Witch. Witch's Mark. Protective Parents. Ego Drain. Chancellor of Tales. Picklock Prankster. Threadbind Click. Ooh, there you go. Ariette of the Charmed Apple. For 1 white and 1 black is a legendary creature, Human Warlock. It's a 2/4 that says, let it go, let it go, let it go. Well, actually, no, this is the bad witch, the evil witch, the evil queen from Snow White. Each creature that's enchanted by an aura you control can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of auras you control. So aura tribal or typal, and is the evil witch that tried to kill Snow White. I just said let it go because the Snow Queen is here as well, and she's very prominent. Season of Growth, not bad. Another one, Hatching Plants, not bad as well. And Gallant Pie Wielder in foil, and a Booster Blitz game. I'm not mad about these ones as well, because at least you get like a game of sorts from it. I'm just mad about the double add cards. Those are the ones that need to disappear. Card from the vault, apparently. There you go. Beluna Grand Squall, or Beluna, depending on how you want to pronounce it, right or wrong. Charmed Clothier. Return Triumphant. Torch the Tower, which is not a bad card at all, by the way. Agatha's Champion, Corvold and the Noble Thief, Kalos Sellsword, Pollen Shield Hair. Nice. Twining Twins. Oh, well, actually, let me read this one, because Creature Rabbit is for 1 green you have an adventure that says target creature you control gains vigilance and gets +X on the end of turn, where X is number of creatures you control. And for its creature price, it's a creature, it's a 2/2 that says creature tokens you control get +1/+1. Now, Twining Twins, which I'm certain someone is very proud about this name, is a fairy wizard that has an adventure, an instant that says Swift Spiral for 1 and 1 white. Exile target non-token creature. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. And as a creature, it costs 2 and 2 blue, and it has flying, vigilance, and ward 1. It's a 4/4. Intangible Virtue. As an enchantment, creature tokens you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. And Fire Action on Life, which is a YouTube term. You don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. As long as you have 0 or less life, all damage is dealt to you as though its source had infect. So you have like not that much to live, technically, unless you're playing against people. Yeah, it's kind of okay. Beanstalk Worm, that's the thing. It's a plant worm. 5/4. Reach. When Beluna's pets escape, storm-scaled villages fall and new Everstalks rise. And a white mane lion from the list. I'm gonna put the cards from the list here, maybe they're a bit more visible. 3 to go. Another card from the list, which always makes me very happy because it's like a free card. Because this is a gacha game. Ooh, a foil island. Nice looking. Oh yeah. Bespoke battle garb. Twin veil guide. Cut in. Flick a coin for your Witcher. Dutiful Griffin. The Princess Takes Flight. The Princess and the Pegasus. Well, actually, this is a Rapunzel, kind of. So... Glass Casket. Ogre Cheaterlord. For 2 and 2 red is an Ogre Creature Warrior. There's a 6/5 and says, Menace, whenever Ogre Cheaterlord enters the battlefield or attacks, create 2 1/1 black rat creature tokens with this creature can block. Then, if you control 5 or more rats, each rat you control gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. And Restless Cottage. Restless Cottage enters the battlefield tapped. It can give you 1 black or 1 green, and if you pay 2, 1 black and 1 green, it becomes a 4/4 black and green horror creature until the end of turn. It's still a land. Whenever Restless Cottage attacks, create a food token and exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Not bad. Not great either, in my humble opinion. But at least gives you options. And instead of having tap lands, that's still better. Curiosity. Enchant a creature. When enchanted creature deals damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. That's actually very good. Corvold and the Noble Thief in foil. And the card is Return of the Wild Speaker from the Lust. It's an instant that says, draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures you control, or non-human creatures you control get +3/+3 to the end of turn. The curse is broken. And then he died. Because magic. Second to last. A giant turtle. Blossoming Tortoise from God of War. Swamp. Armory Mice. They are not blind though. Ratcatcher Trainee. Mouse and Rat are not the same type of card, by the way. Edgewall Pack, which I find kind of funny. Voracious Vermin is a rat. Rat Out. This is the rat deck. Lord Skitter's Butcher. And the Pied Piper. You can't tell me that these boosters are random. Come on, Wizards. You do like some randomness, but it's like you have some presets of boosters. I can't believe in this level of randomness with so many rats in a single booster. Totentan's Swarm Piper is the Pied Piper. For 1 black and 1 red is a legendary creature, human warlock bard. Whenever Totentan's Swarm Piper or another non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 black rat creature token with this creature can block. And for 1/1 black, target attacking rat you control gains Death Touch until the end of turn. And Tatter Ratter, again, you can't tell me this was random. You can't. The Iron Crag, which has nothing to do with this, you tap. For 2 is a legendary artifact that gives you tap for 1 colorless or generic. Whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may have the Iron Crag become a legendary equipment artifact named Everflame, Heroes' Legacy. If you do, it gains Equip 3 and Equip creature gains +3/+3 and loses all other abilities. Now, Mana Flare, now we're talking. For 2 and 1 red is an enchantment that says whenever a player taps a land for mana, that player adds 1 mana of any type that land produced. This is very good. And a Sleep Course Fairy in foil. So besides all the rats in the commons and uncommons, the rest was not that bad. Flying Ward is a 3/3 fairy wizard that says Sleep Course Fairy enters the battlefield tapped with 3 stun counters on it. If it will become on tap, remove a stun counter from it instead. And for 1 and 1 blue, you untap it. And a rat. See, even the token was a rat. You can't tell me this was random. I won't take it. Sorry. Plus, a lot of people have been like, "Oh man, I wish there was like more rats besides Rat Colony to be a proper deck." Right? It's like, well, there you go. Rowan's Grim Search, Plains, Harriet Spearguard, Noen Crescendo, Warehouse Tabby, Wicked Visitor is a nightmare, Twisted Sewer Witch, Cheeky House Mouse, which is not a rat, Knight of Doves, Spellscorn Coven, doesn't looks more like an anime card kind of. Let's see, Talion's Messenger. For 2 and 1 blue, is a fairy novel that is a 1/3 and has flying. Whenever you attack with 1 or more fairies, draw a card, then discard a card. When you discard a card this way, put a +1/+1 counter on a target fairy you control. Which is great. Ooh, Kindred Discovery. For 3 and 2 blue, is an enchantment that says, as Kindred Discovery enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Whenever a creature you control of the chosen type enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card. Not dead after all. Pam pam pam. And a night token. And that was it for the bundle. Now, is it worth it? Many Magic the Gathering. Is it worth it to buy a bundle? Well, you know my opinion. I always do it. Just because I really like having like the boxes. Even if I don't have like all the cards from a set, I can just store them in that box. And you just have, you know, multiple boxes from multiple sets. And the dice sometimes are good, or, you know, just nice. This one is kind of great and kind of fits the feeling of the set. And the set overall is great. So if you have to buy one bundle, it might as well just be Wilds of Eldraine, which is a very good set, in my humble opinion. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I think for this case it's worth it. Don't pay markups. Like 30 something bucks at most, I think is the ideal price. And the pools are random, so if you want a specific card, just buy the singles. Yes. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great time, night, day, evening, whatever it was. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, like and subscribe and all that stuff. See you next time on PAX and Recreation. Goodbye.